Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of For Honor Class Warfare, and today I bring you a beautiful matchup between these two fine gentlemen. On my left, but on the screen of yours, your right, you see this big man with the belly. It is Petemoo, and he's come to show us what he can do with that club. Petemoo, thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you for having me. And I've been playing the Shugoki quite a bit on launch, and I've been playing For Honor since some closed alpha.
Nice. So, very long tradition of clubbing people there. Now, on the other hand, we have someone who's very dear to my heart because he's also a Warden player. So, Extheleon, welcome to the video, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Klyka. I'm a Warden main. I've been playing Frona and the Warden main since closed alpha.
Nice. So again, we have two extremely experienced players who are going to show us how these two classes match up, and we're going to talk about their rounds and the duel a little bit. But now enough talk. Have at you. We're jumping right in. So what is it with the sprinting at the beginning here?
So Shugoki has three options when he's sprinting. He can either do the running heavy attack, he can do the running charge attack, which knocks people down and guarantees a free heavy, or he can do a running guard break. So it's just there to mix it up, and Extheleon kinda has to guess what I'm gonna do there.
He's getting some good parries off of you.
Oh yeah, I'm kinda throwing my lights a bit recklessly on this run. So hoping to, because my goal is when he dashes in, I light attack and then do a headbutt to get him off of me.
Like you did there.
But he was doing, yeah, but he's doing a really good job on like canceling the charge and to really throw me off.
That was a nice parry into the heavy, and he's got that round.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you guys starting again with a sprinting start here.
Oh yeah, Extheleon gets the upper hand with the guard break.
Nice. So he's going into the shoulder bashes here. How do you deal with that as Shugoki?
Well, since he already got my super armor off, he can quite freely go into the shoulder bash mix-up and try to get the hits on me. But there's basically two options. I can do a light attack in between, or I can try to dodge it. But since I know Extheleon might also cancel his second shoulder bash and get a parry on my light attack, so it's even more riskier to do it against a player like Extheleon.
All right. Using your shoulder armor there, grabbing him, throwing him off.
Oh yes, I just noticed that my armor is coming back off. I ran into him, hoping he would hit me. I get the free guard break because of the armor and throw him off the ledge.
So again, the sprinting game begins.
Yes, but I missed the sprint that time.
Extheleon again with really great parries though.
Oh yeah, it's so scary to throw a random light in there.
He almost got you into the wall, but...
Yeah, and I just missed the parry timing there and took a huge chunk of my health. And here I get wall bounce, which is a guaranteed bear hug, and that's gonna even the health bars a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Now what was that exactly? You threw that out just hoping that he wouldn't imagine you actually let it go through?
Yeah, because he was out of stamina, and what you want to do with Shugoki, you try to feint the unblockable to bait them into a parry attempt, since they can't feint their parry attempt anymore after that. But since Extheleon is aware of that, he just parried it anyway.
There you tried it with the actual feint, but
yeah,
it was too good on the reaction there. The out of stamina light there.
Just trying to keep him off me.
He punished you with a zone attack there. Oh. Oh, now what was that?
So
What was
right
that?
there, I got my armor back up. I charged up to him, but I missed my charge. But since he hit me, I could get a free guard break and just get a bear hug from the wall.
Nice. So because of the super armor, like he hit you with a top light, I think it was, and you just stopped, immediately guard broke in, threw him into the wall, and then bear hugged.
Oh yes, and since
Wow.
I'm at critical health, it's gonna
He,
one shot.
yeah, he instantly dies. Wow, okay. And his corpse just flies off into the ether.
So on this round, I tried to mix it up a little bit. Instead of going for the regular 3 options Shugoki has, I went for the zone attack, which actually chases down the Warden quite well.
All right. So you just canceled the sprint into the zone attack.
Yes.
Now this right here, you guys are actually moving into this smaller area. I take it the shoulder bash from the Warden is actually pretty potent here because you can barely dodge, right?
Yeah, and it's I'm just trying to get away to regain my armor, but yeah, he was being relentless with his offense.
And you get the guard break out of the sprint. Now you've got him in the corner. Now, what can the opponent do against the Shugoki there? This must be so scary.
Oh yeah, well he was completely out of stamina. He's stunned in the corner, and I bait him into a parry attempt. I managed to get the grab into it since you can guard break the startup of a heavy, threw him on the ground and just slapped him in the face.
Nice. I hear the two of you going into the sprinting games again.
Yeah, one of the best effective ways to stop that his mix-up is to go into the guard break. So here he actually missed his free bear hug because he pushed me into the wall, but it was at an angle that I didn't get staggered. So I dodged that, and when you dodge a bear hug, they almost have completely no stamina and they take a bit of health out as well. So here he's got no stamina, and I'm just trying to punish it as hard as I can.
Going for those shoulder bashes, but he dodges
Yeah.
one of them.
I got a little bit too greedy and made myself go out of stamina.
Got you out of the shoulder bash there.
Yeah.
Keeping you away.
Shugoki is very good at counter initiating. See, that way you heard the noise. He was going for the charge.
Yeah.
And I stopped it with the guard break. It's a really good parry there.
Yeah, you throwing his back as well. Guess he tried to make you think he was not going to throw it again.
Yeah.
Well, the shoulder bash up, though.
He
Nice.
doesn't fall for it on the second time. He just takes it, knowing that I do that. Which is good, but he had too low health to actually maximize that.
Yeah, he misses the heavy, and you take your chance there. Punishing with the zone attack, nice.
Now what I did there was I basically did something called a zone attack parry. So you parry with the zone attack, and when it fails, like it just did then, because he feinted it, you'll do a zone attack as well, and that way he can't do the feint into the guard break. A good counter to that.
Nice. So instead of just pressing heavy attack, you throw a zone attack out as a parry.
Yeah.
Nice. He knocked you out of your shoulder bash there, didn't he? And then he got the guard break on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost completely out of stamina. I failed to realize this at this point, and I would go for a shoulder bash, and now I'm out of stamina. So I'm here, I'm in trouble. I'm backed up into a corner. No stamina. It's dangerous.
Nice shoulder bash mix-ups though.
So here, I cancel my shoulder bash, waiting for him to do another light attack to get me out of the shoulder bash. If he would have attacked right then, I would have got another parry and probably would have won, but he stopped. That was really smart by him.
that was him fainting, doing the guard break on you, yeah.
Yeah. Unlocked plays. I missed my guard break.
He
That's a
gets
free
the
guard
heavy
break from
and
him.
guard break, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got you in the bear hut. Nice. He misses his shoulder dash.
He grazes with me. He grazes it. And I don't get hit. But he gets a free guard break.
Bear hug to start off the round.
Yeah. I know he was going to dodge backwards, so that was a free guard break for me.
Yeah, into the
Yeah, I
close
should
jump.
go. Yeah, here I should have gone on the offensive, but add stamina very low. And being out of stamina against Shugoki is pretty dangerous.
You ran there into his light attack. But didn't really do that much damage to you. That was nice.
I knew he was going to do a guard break, so I just threw a free raw heavy out there, and it got him.
Lots of fainting with you two. And then, oh, that was a beautiful parry of that light attack. Directly into the top heavy.
Yeah, if you parry Shugoki's light attack, you get free overhead heavy.
Yeah, so the sprinting game starts and he gets the guard break, but counter him there.
Yeah, even if you're unlocked, you can still counter guard break if you're sprinting.
Again, letting the heavy follow through when he tries to guard break. Nice.
Yeah, I read him there.
Oh, what happened there?
No.
So he just knocked you
No.
out of your shoulder bash.
Yeah, so one of the best counters to the shoulder bash mix-up, whether you're gonna follow through or do a guard break, is just to do a light attack. So what he just did then, he took me out of the second shoulder bash that I was going to do. And there he can just punish through it. A lot of classes can do that, if not all. The light attack comes out faster than the shoulder bash because it's quite slow. So they can always, because super armor, shoulder bash doesn't have super armor, so you can just attack somebody while they're doing it.
I see. Here he hits you with the sprint and he gets a side heavy and
Oh, that was an exhausted. He's out of stamina right now.
yeah.
Very low health.
But
Has
now
one sliver of health.
now you're fighting him in like these close quarters. It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed that. Oh, the parry. That was his zone attack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Another parry.
So now he has very low health. And what I just did there, I went for the most predictable attack ever. And that was the zone attack. He blocked that, and that means he gets free guard break. And being so critically low, doesn't matter what health I have, that's going to completely one-shot me.
Right, because he throws you into the wall and that's a guaranteed bear hug.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in the unlocked plays, the only reliable thing you can do against Shugoki is to do guard break. Because doing any attacks, he's going to trade with you.
Here you're trying to like move him towards the bridge, but he's kind of getting out of that. Some
No,
crazy
so
unlocked play from you guys.
Yeah, so here he did the charge and I dodged it. And the mistake was here that I thought that I could punish it with just one attack. And you can't. Even if you dodge the charge, you're still going to get hit. He's still going to trade with you if you try to punish it.
Oh, nice. Oh, he got you with the charge, gets a side heavy in.
Yeah.
That was a whiffed guard break from him there, though. Like, I guess he didn't think you would actually get that one.
Yeah. Here he's getting me because I'm not using the zone attack parrying anymore. There he took me out of the shoulder bash combo yet again.
Yeah, but you pull off a parry. You're very low at this point.
Yep.
Oh, going into out of lock here against the Shugoki, that's scary, isn't it?
That's very scary. Yeah, if he does his charged, I'm gonna fall off one of the edges. One mistake here is gonna cost me.
Ah. Oh, you got out of that one. Wow, okay.
Here, I thought he was going to go for a guard break because he did that 3 times in a row. I went to trade with him with the heavy, but he did an attack instead. And that was pretty much my mistake at the end.
And here we are already at the end of this times 4 honor class warfare with Extheleon and Petemoo. And Petemoo managed to win both of the duels as the Shugoki. So, Petemoo, first of all, congratulations. And could you maybe tell us what was your playstyle like for the Shugoki against, the Warden and especially a player like Extheleon?
It's I have to play pretty defensive since Extheleon is very good at parrying my attacks. The few times I actually throw a random light attack, he's gonna parry that and it's gonna hurt. So I was just trying to keep defensive the whole way around.
So you were basically being defensive and, trying to somehow get an opening from him.
Yeah, well, I was mostly trying to bait the parry by doing a light into a heavy cancel into a guard break. Since the Shugoki's heavy wind up is so slow that people usually think it's gonna go through.
Ah, I see. So defensive play, trying to get an opening. I understand. Now, Extheleon, you going up against, Petemoo, and not only Petemoo, but this big, fat Shugoki who's just defending. What exactly were your tactics? What was your strategy to go into this? I mean, not just against Petemoo as a player, but against the Shugoki as a class.
As a Shugoki player, there's not much you can do to be offensive. You don't have any of like the headbutts or the shoulder bashes, things like that. So the only way to really initiate is the light attacks. And if you can parry those, you get free heavy every time. Now what was putting me off was he was going into the heavies and going into the guard breaks, and I was able to counter that by basically zone attack parrying. So you actually parry with your zone attack, and so it fails. You don't actually cancel, so he doesn't get a free guard break. You actually go into a zone attack. I did that a few times, and that countered the strategy, but I forgot to do some later on into the duel. The problem is if you do it too much, good players like Petemoo will take advantage of that, and they will feint it, block it, and they'll get a free bear hug every time. Also, one other thing that really messed me up is I had one duel really down, like I was going to win that. He was like very low health. I was over half HP, and I did the most predictable thing ever as a warden, and I went for the zone attack. He was expecting it, and that completely just one-shot me because he was in critical health.
Oh yeah, because he blocked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he blocked it.
Yep.
So at this point, the Warden and the Shugoki, I mean, both are pretty defensive against each other, I guess. Like, especially the Shugoki because he can't initiate as well as the Warden. Petemoo, so can you tell us exactly what you think is the positive that, say, the Warden has in this matchup?
Well, I feel like in general, Warden is the one who does the first move in the match. He goes for the shoulder charge, the feints, the guard breaks, and Shugoki kind of waits and tries to counterattack. Because Shugoki's lights, they're pretty fast considering he's a big guy, but a good players like Extheleon can just parry them. So I can't really go on the offensive first.
All right. Then I'll give the question right back to Extheleon. So what do you think is the positive that the Shugoki has in this matchup of the two classes?
One of the really good things about Shugoki is that he can't initiate, but he can counter initiate. So what Petemoo was doing, he knew that if I guard broke, even if the guard break fails, I can take his passive armor off. What he was doing was he was waiting for me to guard break, and he would get a light attack every time. So he would wait for the guard break indicator, and he would just go for an attack, and it would override the guard break. So I couldn't really take away his passive armor through that way. So I had to do some feints and try to parry the light attack. And I think it's a pretty good mix-up. Although, yeah, as someone who's good at Shugoki would definitely use the passive armor to counter initiate.
So, Extheleon, you've obviously been using a lot of the shoulder bashes, not quite as extensively as some people might think. Why is that? A lot of people are saying the shoulder bash can basically just ruin any class. Why did you not, just spam it against the Shugoki at all?
The thing is, a lot of people don't realize, but the best way to counter the mix-up is to do a light attack. And Shugoki, the light attacks on the left, they come out quite fast. And if you do more than two, you're going to get hit. If it's against a good player, they don't need to dodge. They don't need to do that. They just have to attack while they're getting shoulder bash. That's why you didn't see me spam it as much. The only times you might have saw me spam it is when he was out of stamina. That time, then it is a mix. Then it is a 50-50. It's he has to either dodge or take it. And Petemoo did a pretty good job of reading me there.
So basically, the shoulder bash is not as crazy as people always think.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Petemoo, Extheleon, thank you guys so much for showing up to this amazing Shugoki versus Warden match. I definitely enjoyed it. I was really looking forward to seeing how a Warden would fight a Shugoki, me being a Warden player myself. And I think I learned a lot now, and I can't wait to have you guys back. So again, thank you guys very, very much for taking your time to show up here, doing awesome duels, and commenting on them as well. And I hope everybody out there, you had a good time watching these two extremely experienced players play. And yeah, you two, go ahead and cheer, because this was this episode of For Honor Class Warfare.